AFSP is actually the first place that funded me to be an independent researcher. So it was a big challenge to figure out where to get the money to do the work that we were doing. I went to AFSP for a pilot grant about 10 or 11 years ago to think about how do we standardize the way that pediatricians ask questions about suicide and risk in primary care. And that really sort of launched a certain trajectory for me in my career path. So that study actually focused on what do we do if we standardize the questions that are asked. So I had an expert panel of consultants that worked with me. We developed 4 very brief questions and inserted them into a standard psychosocial screening in a primary care practice, and then rolled that out into 3 other practices. And what we found was, listen, if we ask the questions, a couple things happen. One is providers are more likely to do it if it's in front of them, and kids are more likely to endorse that they're having suicidal thoughts. One of the great outcomes from that study, though, was that pediatricians were calling me on the phone and saying, I'm so glad you did this because I never would have been concerned about this kid or that kid, and had we not asked those questions, we may never have gotten them help. We spend a lot of time and effort in developing great interventions that we can do for individuals when they're suicidal, and the problem, though, is that we don't see most of the people that are suicidal. They do show up in primary care, they show up in the emergency department, kids go to schools, and so we need to do some effort in those areas to help identify the kids who could be at risk and how do we get them into the interventions that we know are working as well.